don't know. As you walk along the street, how oftentimes you'll meet a poor man who's getting old and gray. Well, his back is bent, in his pockets not a cent, and for shelter he has nowhere to stay. With relations by the score, they'll turn him from the door. They see him on the street, they pass him by. And if you ask them why they do, they'll turn to you and say, he's poor, he's old, he's only in the way. So let's us cheer them on, for they won't be with us long. Don't quarrel with them, 'cause they're old and gray. Remember while you're young that for you the day will come when you'll be old and gray and lonely in the way. My message, I am sure, is for rich as well as poor. For take a rich man when he's growing old, his relations round him stand, and they take him by the hand, and they wait for him to die. They want his gold. And what is truly worth to own the riches of this earth, he'll discover at the closing of the day. After all, he's like the poor, when his journey's nearly over, he finds he's old and gray and only in the way. So let us cheer them on, for they won't be with us long. Don't cheer them because they're old and gray. Remember while you're young that for you the day will come when you'll be old and gray and only in the way. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, and good night. I guess that about wraps it up. This is my stage set. It's a wonderful name, Galaxy. Galaxy plastic cups. I bet you've drunk from a Galaxy plastic cup. And when I say drunk, I don't mean drink, I mean drunk. But I seem to remember them being very popular at keg parties. However, I'm so unhip now, I don't know. Somebody said, that's cool, you're cool, or something like, that would have been cool. Anyway, I said, I'm not cool, I'm hot. Cat scratching at the door. He wants to come in here. The door is closed because I got my air conditioner on. I got my air conditioner on. My apartment is hotter than yours. I've been here 10 years. I finally found a good job. Took it advantage of a sale on the smallest size they made. Pulled in the TV and the DVD. Little bit of heaven in the middle of a fiery hell. I live in a cool world. 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 And I do. Every night. This is show number 80. Yes, and I have picked up a few new songs. However, one of the reasons that I redo songs is that because of the sheer volume of doing 80 shows with, somewhere between 4 and 7 songs in each, I have exhausted most of the songs that I know, or should I say, come to mind easily. So I resurrect songs that I haven't done in decades. Maybe I'll center myself. That I haven't done in decades, or songs that I have never done before. And I bring them to you fresh and hot, like a prototype. And it's not always the way it should be. Sometimes I really wish I hadn't recorded it yet. So I have another Leonard Cohen song waiting for you, another old rock and roll song waiting for you, several tunes, and I shan't do them today. I didn't try to work them out in 2 days because I've done that so much. Yes, you have seen some of those if you have been watching my show. Okay, and now for the arcane anecdotes part. I dedicate this show to the cool jerks. Roasted brandy in a diamond glass. Everything is made from dreams. Time is made from honey, slow and sweet. Only the fools know what it means. Temptation, temptation, temptation. I can't resist. I know she's made out of smoke, but I've lost my way. She knows that I'm broke, so now I must pay. Temptation, temptation, temptation. I can't resist. Dutch pink and Italian blue. She's there waiting for you. My will has disappeared, and my confusion is oh so clear. Temptation, Okay. From the fingerpick end of things, old and gray and only in the way, which I guess is just called old and only in the way, though the line in the tune is old and gray and only in the way. And I believe it's by Charles K. Harris. It's a great song. I first heard it from Charlie Poole. My Old Town is my song. Cool World is my song. You're the Only Good Thing by Jack Toombs, later covered by Jim Reeves, was a hit by Jim. Money Changes Everything by the Brains, Temptation by Tom Waits. Just about covers it. Those are the tunes. Remember Ed Sullivan? I can understand how after 1,000 shows, all he could do was put his hands across the back of his belt and say, "Well, we have a really big show for you today." I don't like Ed Sullivan anymore because I heard about him and Bo Diddley. You have any idea? Have you heard the story of Ed Sullivan and Bo Diddley? Well, basically, 16 Tons was a gigantic hit for Tennessee Ernie Ford. And during the sound check, Bo Diddley was clowning around with it. Ed Sullivan says, "Play that in the show." Bo Diddley was planning on playing his new record, his single, which was climbing up the charts. What do they call that? I'll think of it. Well, when you call something your own name, maybe it's on the credits right now as I'm saying this, but Bo Diddley played Bo Diddley. He knew what song he came there to play, and he played it, and Ed Sullivan said, "You're never coming back," which is a shame. So Bo Diddley had only 3 or 4 minutes on TV then. It's too bad. Bo Diddley was great. Oh boy. This is my friend, the box. This is my stage set. Why is it my stage set? Because it was in my car. It was in my car to cushion something in the trunk. It was flat. It's been a nice box for the years it has spent in my trunk. And I just thought I'd bring it out here and show you my pal, the box. Yes, Galaxy. This is one heck of a box. Nice, big, solid. If I filled it up with books, it'd never move. Clothes is about it. Blankets is probably better. Thank you. Yes, I think you could fill it with blankets and get away with it. But this is a big box. This is a pretty darn big box. Of course, we've all seen bigger boxes. Have you ever played in the refrigerator box? Gosh, was that fun when you were a kid, or what? That sure was fun, wasn't it? Yeah. And now, let's see. Oh, wrong camera. All the people I used to see live in my old town. When I go back, they say, I haven't seen you around. I haven't seen you around. I haven't seen you around. Well, it turned out after all those years I was passing through. Now come to see old friends, spend an hour or two. returning to the scenes I remember most. I remember most that I remember most. My old town. Are you thinking that I wasn't meant for you? Could it be you believe that I've been untrue? Well, listen, sweetheart, this just cannot be, 'cause you're the only good thing that's happened to me. If you ever may think that I don't love you, that I'm not satisfied with things that you do, I want you to know, please understand, there's nothing in this world worth the touch of your hand. We have our ups and downs, like all lovers do, but you know in your heart that I worship you, so don't ever think of setting me free, 'cause you're the only good thing that's happened to me. I saw some great versions of this on YouTube. You can go to YouTube and get the original version, not the Warner Brothers remake, but the original one on Gray Matter Records, and it's better. Lower in fidelity, better in quality. Money Changes Everything by Tom Gray of Atlanta. And he's still around. I saw him on YouTube doing his old song. It was great. They had one with the drummer too from 2006. Unfortunately, Charles Wolff, the drummer, has passed away since then. But I got to see him a year or two before he passed on YouTube, which was great. She said, I'm sorry, baby, I'm leaving you tonight. I found somebody new, and he's waiting in the car outside. Oh, honey, how can you do it? We swore everlasting love. She said, yeah, well, I know, but when we did, there was one thing we weren't thinking of, and that's money. Money changes everything. Money changes everything. It's all in the past. Now money changes everything. Well, they'll smile, shake your hand, buy you a drink. They'll say we're your friends, we'll stick with you till the end. Oh, but everyone is only looking out for themselves. And if you ask, who can you trust? I'll tell you it's no one else. Because money changes everything. Money changes everything. We think we know what we're doing, but we don't pull the strings. It's all in the past. Money changes everything. It's all in the past. Now money changes everything. It's all in the past now. Money changes everything. Thank you so much for watching show 80. My guest, the box from Galaxy Plastic Cups, has been happy to be here, and I have been happy to be here, and I hope you are happy to be here. Let me put it this way, if you're still watching, you are happy to be here, and I'm happy that you're happy. You know, I can check my YouTube entries. This is really great. I found this out recently. I can check my YouTube entries for actual attention, like not only how many people looked at the video, but how long they watched the video. And if they go back and play something over and over, it can actually go over 100%. But the audience retention figures are on there. And some of my songs are like a crashing stock market. You know, by the time you get to the end, no one is listening to the last minute. Now, I really don't know how accurate these figures are. And YouTube itself claims that it has to fix some stuff and the data will be cleared up soon. But according to that, some of my songs are not only popular, but people listen to them all the way through. They watch all the way through. And then others, they really don't. They say, yeah, I see. And then maybe I hit a bum note, or maybe I flinch, or maybe I go like this a little too much, and they say, next. But how can you blame them? Britney Spears is right next to me with 11 million hits, or Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga is all right. I mean, I don't think she's 100 million times better than I am. But she's got 100 million more hits than I do. I've got some nice, when I get 300 hits on a tune or a show, and my first show was the only show that actually got that. But when I put tunes on there, they get higher numbers, and it's amazing. You get 300 hits, one of them is close to 400. I keep going like this. I'm not sure I should do that. We will indeed see what happens, and you will see what happens in your own life. I had a gigantic tree come down in the yard in the storm last week. Incredible, 100-year-old tree. Boom. It fell on 2 other trees. My front lawn looks like a woodlot, if you know what that means. My gosh. It's amazing, the changes of weather. The weather is changing, folks. The climate is changing, the weather is changing, and we're changing. How can we stay the same? Have a great week, and I'll see you next week if you return. I will. Let me give you a close-up wink. Bye. Credits. There's nothing like credits. I love credits. They make them so tiny in the movies. Really tiny. Why do they do that? Okay, let's break now.